much soil is this?
Explain what we're doing.
Well, we grew these. These are pink oyster mushrooms. We're on day 5 and they're starting to drop spores, which it says you're supposed to harvest them before that. So yeah. I think we should cook them tonight. So do I just peel it off?
Yeah, you twist and pull.
Twist and pull. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Like twist and pull. There you go.
Wow. Wow.
Good job. I love how in our fruit bowl
there's money and Snickers. Look.
Wow. I think we waited a little long.
I don't. We're on day 5. It says 5 to 7.
I think we waited a little long.
They're a little dry on these parts,
yeah,
but I think that's because we didn't put it in like a fruiting chamber.
Yeah, we're kind of learning.
We didn't put it in like humidity tent.
So we're gonna rinse these off and cook them up.
Wow, these ones feel like what I would imagine they should. Are you excited about our mushrooms?
I'm really excited. Christy thinks they smell a little weird.
They just smell really They smell really earthy.
Yeah, like they smell really mushroomy, but there's also a shitload of mushrooms, so that might be one too. I don't know. I'm excited to try them.
Those.
Yeah.
This is always the kind that we eat.
And we might even mix these with those.
Oh, will we?
Yeah, we might.
You want me to grab a little piece of it all?
Sure.
I just had to document us trying these mushrooms. All right. Okay. Dink it.
Dink it.
Sink it.
Yeah, it's pretty mushroomy.
Very average.
Yeah.
Tastes good.
Pretty good.
We grew that.
We did.
We grew that. Hang on, one more. I grew this whole thing.
She's talking to a camera. and then talk to this camera.
You're talking to a camera.
Damn it.
I can't believe we grew that.
Pretty mild.
Yeah, very good. Wow! This is day 3. Look at that. We already got some mushrooms.
Bunch of them.
Wow. And a mom.
It's a grandma.
You are grandma now. Your baby had babies.
She knows what that means.
Wow. Y'all, look at these mushrooms. Look at that. We're about to harvest them.
Ready?
I guess. I'm scared.
I'm scared. Here, I'm just gonna like... I don't know if I should cut them or...
I don't know. You do you, baby.
I'm just gonna pick them though.
Pick them. Get real picky.
I'm gonna do the old twist and pull. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. How stinking cute. Oh my god. Let me smell. They smell like a mushroom. Oh yeah, they're really fucking on there.
Yeah. And I want to I want to get some more mushrooms out of it. Yeah, that's easier.
Poor babies. They're just trying to live. I feel like it screamed. What was that?
Shitty scissors.
Oh, it sounded like a screaming mushroom.
Their last stop before death.
Oh my god, stop it right now.
It is. That's what they do. Wood chips or something. Oh, dang.
Oh, little bottom suckers.
Little bottom sugar.
That's a lot of mushrooms.
Told you.
Why do you do that with everything?
I don't know.
Every time I've ever said anything to you, you finish it with "told you."
Because I've told you.
I've never eaten a shiitake mushroom before. This will be my first time.
Same.
I've eaten them in those Costco bags. I'm surprised at how easy these ones were to grow.
Yeah. They were just ready.
What do you do with that now?
Soak it.
You soak it again.
Yeah, cool water.
Trying it.
Shiitakes for the first time. Homegrown.
I've never eaten shiitakes in general, and then
Think it. Oh my god. Those are way better than the oyster mushrooms.
ooh, those are really yummy.
Those are good.
Real yummy.
I'll be growing those a lot.
Mmm. They're so savory.
So good.
God, that looks so good. And they're so savory.
Umami.
Umami.
ever heard of gardening? Chrissy has. That's why she's got her garden gloves on.
Okay, so what are we? Which ones are we doing? I don't know if we can do all of them.
Oh, with that attitude. You want to start green beans?
Yes.
And
we're gonna do some green beans.
Green beans. And then maybe like radishes and yeah, all these ones. Maybe not the lettuce because I feel like it'll be too hot.
It's too hot for lettuce. Oh.
I feel like it will be.
How cute are those? So how many of each should I just do?
Is that what they look like?
Yeah, beans.
Green beans?
Literal beans.
Oh. I didn't realize they turn like, I just pictured them always being green for some reason. They're like Jack and the Beanstalk beans.
Yeah, these are literal beanstalk beans. So how many of
Magic.
each? Just 2?
No, I would, how many plants are?
Yeah, because what I'm saying is like we've got radish, carrot, cucumber. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. How far should these ones go down?
I don't know. I think they want you to like sow them into the actual just ground.
Oh, no.
No.
No. Don't tell me what to do. You're not my real dad.
No.
Okay. I think I'm just going to do...
Just going to bash them around a little.
Just going to bash them in. Just push them in. What do carrot seeds look like? They're little tainies.
Wow.
They're so small.
Small.
That's small. How does this work?
Magic.
It is magic because like literally just this tiny little seed, like just like that. It just does. It just grows.
It just does.
It's incredible. These look exactly the way you think they would.
Yeah.
Because they're in a cucumber.
That's what I say. Day 2. Garlic. Couldn't really get these to stand up. So they're supposed to all be like vertical with that little root in the water. They're supposed to all sprout green like that. So we shall see.
How many days would you say this is? Like 7?
Day 7.
Day 7. It's definitely growing. We're gonna have a garlic plant here any day now. These guys are definitely getting close to very ready.
Just move this stuff there.
Don't tell me what to do. You are not my real dad. Go, yeah, a little closer to the edge maybe, because I'm just trying to think to get them as far apart as possible. There we go. Aloe vera is doing very well. We brought the Italian oregano in yesterday because it was completely burned by the sun. It was completely wilted and drooped down, and we removed it from the outside pot and put it inside so that it was in partial shade, because this one is supposed to be partial shade and we had it in full sun, and it definitely made a difference. So now it's doing pretty good. Put the celery bottom in water and it's definitely growing, so that's awesome. Okay, I just realized we have not shown you our garden in a while. Here is where we are at. So you guys saw us plant these, and when we first planted them, we had other things in each planter with them. So we put like basil and thyme and all that kind of stuff. When we did that and we showed it on Instagram, so many people were like, hey, you're not gonna wanna do that because your tomatoes are gonna crowd out your herbs. So we explanted all of those and put them into a pot. I'm gonna get into the herbs in a second because we had some issue with the cilantro, but here is our Seattle's Best of All tomato. This is our super sweet hybrid cherry tomato, and then down here we've got our early girl tomato, and everything's doing really good. And the reason I'm filming right now is because look, do you see that right there? That is a tomato. We have our first tomato. I'm dying. I think it's the cutest thing I've ever seen in my literal life. In Washington, it's been so weird because one day it'll be 80 and the next day it'll be 40. I don't know what's really going on with that, but Zach also read that you can plant radish kind of with everything. So in each of these pots, we have a bunch of radish because radish grows rapidly. I mean, these are only a couple of weeks old and you can see, I mean, they're doing pretty well. Look at that. So within like a couple of weeks, we'll be able to actually harvest all these radishes, and they don't really cause problems because they are so fast growing that you plant and harvest them so quickly that it's not a problem. But have you ever seen anything so cute? You don't even need to answer that because I already know the answer. So you can see all the blossoms on this guy. And here. These are doing really well out here. These plants have grown massively. Like obviously from when I first showed you guys this tomato plant, it was maybe, you know, yay big. Now it's really gotten bigger. It's been about a month, maybe a little more, month and a half. This is our eggplant. Killing it. It's thriving, looking absolutely amazing. Jalapeno. If you look closely, you can see it's gonna start fruiting soon. We've got these little buds. And then in this one, all these really large ones you see are all zucchini. You guys saw the video of us planting these. We actually grew the zucchini from seed. All of these we grew from seed. These guys right here, we grew from starts. All these right here are from seed. And so you can see that it definitely works. They take a little longer because we could have bought them at this size, but it's more satisfying to grow them this way. And you can see alongside of each of the zucchinis, we have more radish as well, because again, they grow really fast. It's another zucchini. These guys have really taken off. We just threw these radish seeds in last week, so you can see all around these are gonna be more radish. And these are green beans. And look at them. They were just little nothing seeds when we planted them, so they're really, really going strong. This right here is a watermelon. We got it as a start, a teeny little baby start, but it's doing really well, and I'm excited to see what happens with this guy. It's going to take a long time before we get a fruit on him. So Zach grew this from garlic that we had in our house, just like bought from the store, and you can make your garlic grow, and it's not looking good. In fact, I think it's all dead. Maybe there's one survivor right here, but pretty much looks dead. So over here we've got strawberries. You can see the fruit, so it's definitely going. I've eaten one of these already. I ate it on my Instagram stories the other day. They're kind of tiny, but pretty yummy. I know where these guys are at. This is the blueberries. No blueberries yet, because I think this one takes a while to get blueberries out of. And then another strawberry. So that's the garden. We started all these habaneros and then we transplanted them into these larger pots to have them grow. Most of them have died, so that's not good. Some of these guys are still doing okay. They just don't look great. We probably have them too much in the sun, but they just don't seem to be getting any bigger. They just kind of want to stay this size, so that's where we are currently at.
Alright. This is awkward, but we took these clippings, we took them from this plant, and as you can see it kind of grew back. Like we took them right here, we cut it, and then this actually became the main stalk afterwards. So it's grown quite a bit since we last cut it, and these have since rooted. I don't know if you can really see very well. Oh, there you go. So now I'm just gonna plant them up to where the roots are in these little tiny pots. It's super simple. And then eventually we'll probably just take clippings from these once they grow a little bit taller. You want to make sure you leave like some leaves on the stalk, at least a few, maybe probably like 4 or 5 leaves. So I'll probably let this get a little bit taller before we take a clipping from it and do the same thing over again, because we use basil a lot. It's probably one of our most used herbs, but I'm not going to worry too much about having this be completely straight because we'll eventually probably transfer it. Anyway, this is not going to be its permanent home. We'll probably put it outside in a bigger planter box like an herb garden, or maybe even a bigger pot and just keep it inside somewhere. You can see how many roots grew. This was over the course of, I'm not exactly sure. We'll put the overlay, I guess. We'll put it in. I think it's like 2 weeks. So over the course of 2 weeks, and we haven't really been keeping track of it. All these pots are biodegradable. We got them at Home Depot, I think, but they're pretty cheap. They're the cheapest pots. Could have got the plastic ones, but these ones were cheaper and they're biodegradable, so pretty much it. We'll just water them in. After we take cuttings from these ones, then we'll transfer them to a bigger pot and just let them grow and then harvest them like whenever we want some basil. So yeah, as Manuel would say. Yep, okay, thank you, bye. Why did I say thank you? Chrissy, kill me.
Today is Saturday the 16th, I think, and that's the day I'm filming this, just to give you the final update on the garden. Not final. You'll obviously be seeing more, but right before I post it, things have grown massively in the last couple of weeks. It's been crazy how much things have gotten just exponentially larger. So you can see all the radish. Huge. Just, it's very close to being ready. These are the tomatoes. So the last update you guys saw, they were so much smaller, and we've got a bunch of new little guys as well. Zach has cut the bottom stalks off. From everything we've been seeing from like Roots and Refuge, who's another YouTube channel here, which I will link down below. She mentions that you want to cut the bottom stalks off because it'll just give these ones up here more opportunity to grow, and it will not cause like rot, because when they kind of want to hang on the ground. But everything is doing so well. I'm very pleased. You can see we're about to get a bunch more tomatoes coming soon. Look how big this one got. Oh my god, it's up to the window now. We've got some tomatoes coming through on this guy. You guys are gonna be shocked when you see everything to the right here. It has gotten huge. Look how big this one got. This is that early girl. I don't know if we have any tomato. Oh, we do! We do! Look at that. Oh my god, stop it right now. Look at this guy. This is the eggplant. It has gotten massive, massive. And you can see that's gonna be the eggplant eventually. So cool. I am just elated. This guy's doing real good. Got lots of little blossoms on there. Look at the zucchinis, you guys. This is just merely 2 weeks ago from where we were. They have gotten huge. They said this would happen online, and I was like, they can't get that big, right? Yeah. Yeah, they can. It mentioned that you want to grow them like way further apart than this, and we were like, they can't get that big. Yeah, you should listen to what they say, because yes, they can. They have just absolutely gone crazy. They're humongous. This is that bottom of a celery, so if you guys have celery, definitely don't throw it out. Just chop it off the way you normally would, and then you can stick it in water. It'll root, and then you can stick it in some dirt, and it's doing pretty good, and it's gonna grow new celery. Here's those green beans that we grew from seed. So they're definitely doing amazing, and it's all surrounded with the radish. Watermelon is doing great. Everything looks really, really good so far. We did have one surviving garlic, which I'm very happy about. So if you have any pieces of garlic extra from your little clove that you buy at the store, you can just grow it right from there instead of having to, you know, buy a start or anything from the store. All these guys are looking pretty close to what they were. I thought I would mention to you guys, so these are grow bags. These I saw from Roots and Refuge. It's a YouTube channel that I was just talking about, where she talks about tomato plants and everything. So if you guys are interested in, you know, you don't want to do a raised bed garden because it's too much work to like build it or buy one, these are actually grow bags that you can get from Amazon. I will link them down below. They are like a felty kind of bag, and you just fill them up with soil, and it's like having these little miniature raised beds. I think they're about 15 bucks for 5 of them, which isn't too bad. You can reuse them over and over. And what I've discovered is that slugs and snails don't want to climb up the sides of these. I don't know if it's just hurts them or if they don't even think about it, but we haven't had any sort of contamination or bug issues yet. But on the side of these guys, we have had a little bit of snail and slug come up. So, you know, in the evenings we come out and we just kind of pick the snails off. We don't kill them. I don't want to use poison because I'm just not about poisoning anything. I don't want to use poisons near our food, and I don't like killing anything. So this is our garden. I do want to show you guys over here. Oh, look at that. Hello, little guys. Just precious angels. I did want to show you guys our herb garden is not great. So this was the parsley. You can see it's pretty wilty. I think we needed to water it an extra day. But this right here was the cilantro. So our cilantro bolted. If you did not know, things can get too hot, and basically it's the plant's defense mechanism to, instead of continuing to grow the herb cilantro, it starts to flower and seed. Now, the seeds of a cilantro plant are coriander, so instead of us just ripping this plant up, we're waiting for it to seed so we can get the coriander from it. But basically, cilantro is no more. Once it flowers like this, you're screwed. You can't ever have cilantro from it again. So we can take the seeds from this flower and replant it and grow cilantro. And if we do that, we're gonna grow it indoors. We've discovered that all herbs so far, other than lavender and rosemary, which we shouldn't have planted these together as well. We were new, we were learning as we grow. We learned that everything should kind of be in deeper pots and alone. But you know, that's how you learn. So we've discovered that for us, these herbs all seem to do better indoors. We even took the basil out. As you can see, we took the basil from here. I'll show you what it looks like now, but it was starting to, it says on its packaging that it's full sun, but I disagree. Everything seems to do better with partial sun when it comes to herbs. Tomatoes, absolutely full sun. All these other ones seem to be doing great with full sun, but my herbs were not doing great. So not looking great, not looking great. Everything else, absolutely killing it. So now that we got these out of the sun, they're already looking a trillion times better. They were getting really woody. In that, oh god, it smells amazing. In those last clips that you saw was Zach showing you guys how to propagate, so you can cut them and actually grow as a ton of different basil plants from one. So instead of rebuying starts, growing from seed, all of that, you can just use your existing basil. You can do that with so many plants, which I think is what's so cool. You can just use existing plants to make more plants without having to like have seed and all of that. About a week or two ago, I showed you guys the starts. They're definitely doing better. I'm very pleased with our little garden. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this video was kind of long and I know it was kind of all over the place, but I just wanted to show you guys over the course of starting this process where we are at with everything. It is a learning process as we go. We're super stoked about it though. Even if things don't work, you know what not to do next time. So I'm really excited with where the garden's at, and I can't wait till we finally have our own land one day and have a gigantic garden and I can frolic in it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and we'll see you at our next video.